All right, here with Darren Thomas of the Westside Renegades. Darren, obviously, a lot of talk coming into this game. I'll just get it out of the way first. Was where the game was held. Is it a vindication that you won the game, or did you just not like it at first and move on? What was the?
When it first came out, I made some few phone calls, talked to some of the coaches and the ADs. I wasn't thrilled with the seating, but after it was decided, we put it in our back pocket. We just got ready for tonight's game, come and played.
And speaking of that, you had a nice run to start the second quarter, and that really gave you a little bit of breathing room. Riley Brown was very big in that. It was a very physical game, and I know she's probably going to feel it tomorrow. Like you remember football practice, being a football coach, and a player, you know how that is. How big was that to get out on that run and give you a little room where when they started trapping and they started working in the second half, you had some room to play with?
Yeah, we had to get Riley going. I know the last time we played up here, she had a real bad shooting night. I think she was like 1 for 14, 1 for 15. And we talked to her all week in practice. She's got to shoot. She's our outside threat, and she's got to take those shots. If you make them, you make them. If you don't, you don't. But she's got to put it up.
She really got it started.
Yeah.
Hit that three, and that really got you guys going. Was that key to get into the half with a lead like that? I don't think you went. But when they did start making a comeback, you had some room to play with.
Yeah,
which I'll get to in a second.
We wanted to try to get out, before halftime, 5-10 point lead, see what we could do. But in the past two games, everything was close to. But she come out and made a couple jumpers and got us into our press. That way, we got into it pretty good and made a few steals, But, she was big in that second quarter for us.
Then in the fourth, they cut it down to a 4-point. I think it was 35-31. They had 6 possessions. You guys did too, but you had the lead. They had 6 possessions where they had a chance to cut into it, if not take the lead, and didn't. How key was that?
Oh, it was
and
big.
It kind of goes back to that run you had and how big it was.
Like I said, defensively, we made some stops, but when we come back down the floor, we threw it back to them, or we missed layups. I think we went through one stretch there, we missed 3 layups and 4 foul shots. But, like I said, that's the way we play, Dave. I was telling Rusty, we're the bad news bears. We're all over the place. We don't do nothing great or anything great, but we just play hard.
How do you feel like you since January 11th, you've lost 1 game, and that was to Logan. The last loss before that was Pikeview, and that's where you're going next. Mm-hmm. How do you feel like you match up with Pikeview now? Has this team grown in the last month and almost a month and a half by the time that game rolls around? 6 weeks. How have you grown since then?
Well, I think our seniors have stepped up for us, and we changed everything. We went from more of a half-court defense to, we started pressing. The first of the year, if you told me we could have pressed, I'd be like, there's no way. But we started putting the press in about the time we started on that run, and it got us some cheap baskets. It got us moving.
It was a very physical game. Do you like that coming into this out of a section where you were able to persevere in a rough game like that? And a physical game, I'll say a physical game.
Well, we figure it's going to be the same Friday night when we go to Pikeview. Every time we play, it's a rough game. They got 2 big girls and they play physical, so hopefully we'll be able to come up the stands.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, bud. But we'll see. This time of year, you never know what's going to happen. You get one person in foul trouble, one person hurt. It could change everything.
You got a lot of loose balls. You have to be really pleased with your team's effort.
Now, like I said, that was one thing that we really wanted to change after the first 10 games. Thought we was a little stagnant. Talked to my coaches, and Nick come in and we put some presses in, put some half-court stuff in. And me, Dave, since I've been coaching, I've always thrown a few junk defenses in there. I like that old boxing triangle, but still, just when we changed everything.
How much does Nick help coming in? That's kind of when you took off a little bit.
Well, you're talking about somebody who's got a lot of varsity experience in. Muffy and Chris have been with me since I took the job 5 years ago. But, and they do we all do their jobs. And Nick just had more, to add to what we were already doing.
Right.
With just a different wrinkle into some stuff.
All right. Hey, Darren, I appreciate the time. Congratulations. Good luck on Friday night.
Thank you, Dave.